Hey there, this is Erica, and you're in the E Zone. And if you found me, that means that we're vibing on the same frequency. So if this is your first time, I believe that you found me because we are right here. We're vibing on the same frequency, and it is meant for us to engage tonight. And if you're not new here and you're returning, then welcome back. That means you found me on this same frequency, and we're going to have a good time tonight. So I got a few topics, and again, for the newbies, then this is the E Zone experience. So you get to experience Erica in all her glory because I'm going to talk about pretty much anything. I'm going to talk about sex. This is me chit chatting, sharing my thoughts. Love that you like, subscribe, and share and comment below. Please comment because that keeps me stimulated, that keeps me motivated, and continuing to do these videos. So this is video number 3, and we made it, baby. We made it because whew, I wasn't good. I wasn't sure I was gonna pull this one out. So this is probably the second or third video I've tried to record this, trying to make sure that it's upbeat and it's a great discussion point. And I got a few topics, and again, for the newbies, I talk about sex, I talk about dating, I talk about love, I talk about pretty much anything on the spectrum. I'm a Instagram fanatic, so I'll pull stuff out of Instagram too. I am sipping. I have some lemonade and some vodka and coconut rum. So sipping on that just a little bit to let me unwind and be able to run my mouth here. So I'm gonna just jump in it. I'm not gonna belabor, is that the right word? Yeah, belabor the point. I want to talk about fucking for free. Like, I remember when I was dating, one of my coworkers she would try her best to just drill that in my head when I divorced and I was dating or whatever. And she's just like, Erica, you can't fuck for free. You can't fuck for free. You gotta. And she was dating drug dealers most of the time, and I was still conservative. She didn't have any kids. I had a baby. I was a single mother. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but she would just drill it in my head that I should not be fucking for free. I didn't know what that meant, but I knew that her lifestyle was way out of my league. I remember meeting one guy at the bar. I don't know if you guys, if you're from Atlanta, there was a club called 112. And in that bar, I met this dude. He sent me a drink. I ordered a beer. And he came over. He was like, look, sis. He didn't call me sis, but whatever. He was like, look, next time somebody ordered you a drink, don't order a beer. And I was at that point like, you don't tell me what the fuck to do. I didn't say that, but pretty much I was feisty and not trying to flirt. I didn't really know how to flirt, right? So I'm like, that's what I wanted. That's what I ordered. I think I ordered a Corona or a Heineken or something like that. So anyway, we end up hanging out, and he wanted me to not go to work one day. And he was like, how much you make a day? And I was hourly. I didn't know what the hell that meant. I'm like, I'm doing the quick calculations and trying to cushion and add in a little bit. And he threw that money at me with an extra $100, and I still went to work. Because one, I didn't know what that was. I'm like, I need to save my sick days. Long story short, that relationship went nowhere because I was definitely not a drug dealer's girlfriend. Honey, his ass would have been in jail because of me, because I would have been so paranoid and told on him, his mama, his sister, everybody would have been in jail messing with me. So that was the best thing for both of us, that it didn't go any further, right? And then I just never learned it, right? Like, even now, it's hard for me to ask someone to do something for me. Like, if I'm in a relationship with them, I have like a box of things that I'll ask them to do, and then I'll still hire a contractor, which is kind of fucked up because I haven't met a guy who was shy about asking me for anything, or just just somehow getting what they wanted out of me, right? I know I shouldn't say that. There are some guys who didn't expect anything, didn't ask for anything, didn't take anything, right? So I have to be fair to those guys too. But in reality, still fucking for free sometimes. Still fucking for free. And I should know better. I should do better, right? I should just, and not that I just, there's that independence of part of me, that independent part of me that's just like, I don't really need anybody. I don't want to appear needy. I don't want to appear greedy. Because I'm not in need. I don't need anything. Like, I want companionship. And I want us to be able to meet in the middle so you don't feel like you're being used and abused. But I keep hearing too, my mom has been telling me for years that guys want to feel needed. They want to feel like you need something from them, right? And when I try to play coy or needy, not needy, but like, hey, can you XYZ? I still feel shitty on the inside, right? Because I think it's a part of me that doesn't want them to say no. What if they say no? What if they get angry? I don't like rejection. I do not like rejection. And that's why I'm not one for shooting my shot with guys. I for the first time, I'm not lying. This is the first time that I can ever remember approaching a guy, shooting my shot in all of my dating history. And I'm not lying. Like, I just don't. Even if I saw a guy that caught my eye, I wouldn't say anything. If he didn't approach me or we didn't catch eyes, the shit we weren't on the same frequency then, because in my aura, in my universe, guys are going, if it's for me, he's going to come to me. He's going to approach me. He's going to catch my eye. He will shoot the shot first. And I'm not saying he has to go all in and go behind the ball and just follow the shot. None of that. I just need you to shoot it. And if I'm remotely interested, I'm going to come in and you're going to know. And then I can flirt, but I'm not good at initiating it, right? So if I see somebody and I'll look. I won't be greedy with the look. I'm not going to undress you with my eyes, but I'm going to look, and I'm going to try to catch your eye. I'm going to look for a ring first. And I'm going to look at your shoes next. And then I'm going to look for your teeth. I like pretty teeth. But anyway, I saw this guy a few months ago. I was leaving a restaurant, and he caught my eye. Something about him, like, he was thuggish. Had a little hood in him. He had gold teeth, which is not my norm. But he was sexy. There was something sexy about him. So I shot my shot. He is 10 years younger than me. And I just don't think he's interested in me. I don't know if it's the age thing. I know that we travel in different circles, so that might be it. But that's why I don't shoot my shot. Like, we talked for a little bit, but I just don't feel like I'm his type, right? I think he's looking for someone else who is not me. And that's okay, but that's why I don't shoot my shot, because I feel like if a guy is interested, he will approach you. And if he's not, he sees me like I see him, maybe. And I don't know that this guy saw me because his back was to me when I came out the restaurant, right? But again, it didn't go anywhere. But I still think he's super fucking sexy. But anyway, so that's that. What about this? I feel like women love harder than men. And that's probably kind of messed up, because I'm also the same person that says that men come from the woman's womb just like women do, like girls do, right? Boys and girls come from their mother's womb, and they're nurtured the same way. And then we put these high expectations on guys that somewhere there's this transition period where they have to be macho and productive and producers and protectors and just be these hardcore dudes. I don't know what that transition period is, but to me sometimes it's unfair, right? Not that I think they should all be gay, but I think our expectations of how masculine they should be is sometimes unfair, right? But at the same time, I do feel like women love harder than men. I think we make more effort than men. I don't know that men know how to love. Like, I really feel like if the men had it their way, which they pretty much do, they would just be out here fucking. Like, they would never commit to any. There might be like 5% of all the men in the world that would commit to a relationship. I just don't think men know how to commit, right? I know that if my cousin ever sees this video, he'll kick my ass because he totally disagrees. Because he is truly in love right now, and he's probably one of the best boyfriends out there. But I think we love harder. I think women give it their all. And maybe I'm just speaking from my perspective, right? And they say Scorpios are ruthless. Now, we're super loyal, but the word on the street, the stereotype is Scorpios are freaks, and they are ruthless. Ruthless, right? Like, we just don't give a fuck. And I don't, when I don't give a damn, I don't. I couldn't care less. If I'm done with you, that's one thing about me. If you cross me, if I'm done with you, if you you cannot. I don't go back. Like, even when I talk about dumpster diving, the shit that I go in the dumpster for, which is rare, most of the time, if it's coming out of the dumpster, they come back to me. And we didn't leave on terrible terms. Like, they didn't do anything to me. They didn't betray me. They didn't do anything in any kind of fucked up capacity to me. It's just, it didn't work out. I got bored with them, or just whatever. It was just something to do at the time, and they come out the dumpster, and I'm bored at the time, and I do it. Like, I saw a meme or a comment on somebody's page on Instagram the other day, and it said bored women entertain clowns, and that shit resonated because I've done it. And then there's something on Instagram too. I know I'm supposed to be talking about women loving harder than men, but there was something also on Instagram where the guy was like, tell me something fucked up you did, or how broke a dude has shown you he is. And it was so many comments. Like, the comments were comedic, like they were fucking funny, but so many resonated with me, where it was sad. Like, get into the restaurant and the dude card didn't work, or get into the restaurant, the dude didn't have any money, or they want to take you out for ice cream or coffee versus taking you out to dinner. Didn't have money to get out. I lived in a gated community in Atlantic Station in Atlanta, and the guy that was supposed to have just proposed to me could not get out of the gate. He didn't have enough money to get out of the gate. Yeah, that's the pregnant pause right there. And if he sees this video, then good for him. I mean, it was so many out there, and it's so many that I resonated with, and it's sad, right? Like, shame on them. Somebody was like, that's embarrassing for them or for me. Yeah, but I know that I love hard. Like, if I were to totally just let go, baby, I'm all in. To the point, don't cross me, because I would probably end up on Snap. I would be one of them women who lost it because I can't remember the last time I've been hurt. Like, I have sabotaged so many relationships that I felt like I might be falling in love in. So I get out. I find a way to get out, either ghost them or pull back so much until they were hurt. They didn't understand. Oh, I'm sorry. They didn't understand what was going on, why we went from 100 to 15, because I felt myself falling in love. That's terrible. Like, why would I do that to them and to me? Like, miss out on something that had potential to be great, right? Like, just unfinished relationships. And I have no desire to go back to any of them, but I know that there are definitely 3-4 relationships in my past where I could have fallen in love and possibly married the dude if he'd asked. And then there was some where I stayed in them too long. Definitely stayed in them too long and probably should have never entered them. I talked about that in one of my other videos, like red flags and just trying to make them shits white. Stupid. I'm not stupid. That was stupid though. And then let me see what else I have here. I think we do too much for relationships too. Like, do too much for men. Do too much for relationships, period. Like, sometimes we get a dude just to have somebody, right? Like, I'm never one. I remember, I know in when I was growing up, they had those songs where women were doing so much for men. Like, even Barbara was calling Shirley, and Barbara, this is Shirley. Shirley was calling Barbara, I guess. Is that right? Barbara, this is Shirley. Yeah, she was doing everything for Dick. Everything for Dick. She was the car he drove, the house he lived in, the clothes he had, and this bitch was bragging. Like, what? And I felt the same way. Like, I was the breadwinner in my house at the end of my marriage, and my husband cheated so much, so by the time I got to the 3rd or 4th girlfriend, when I called her because my fucking cell phone bill was so high. This one when you were paying for minutes. My cell phone bill was $500, and that wasn't cool because I didn't have no extra fucking $500, and neither did he, to pay on the fucking cell phone bill because you talking to this bitch all day. I'm not mad. I'm not bitter about him doing that. That was an experience. But like I told her, I was like, bitch, you gay. And she was like, what? I was like, you don't want him, you want me. Like, all that is me. I buy his clothes, I dressed him, I cut his hair. That's when I was a master barber and working full-time, had a shop, and I was his fucking barber. Like, I was doing his shaves and making him cute for her. The shit he was driving was in my name. He has paid the car note. Like, fuck out of here. And she just, well, you need to take that up with him. No, I'm taking up with you. Anyway, I'm back. So yeah, I've been through it, and that's why I'm slow to get back in it. Slow to get back in it, because, baby, I'm not gonna fuck for free. So I gotta learn to ask for more and expect more. I'm not going to sabotage any more relationships. Like, have you done that? Have you strategically ended a or plotted to end a relationship because you were unhappy, because you were trying to get to something else, or you were cheating, you wanted out, so you needed an excuse and you wanted that person, the person you were in a relationship with, the committed relationship with, to end it so you wouldn't feel guilty? And do you regret it? If you have sabotaged any of your past relationships, do you regret it? Like, I don't regret any of the relationships that I did poorly. I'm definitely more mindful of it, but I've done it so much that it almost feels like it's natural. So I have to be conscious of it when I meet new guys, that I'm not doing something to sabotage it because I'm afraid of falling in love. I'm afraid that I'm going to like them too much. I'm afraid, to the point I don't even call them. And I have guys that are like, you never check on me. And then a part of me is like, stop whining. Like, check on you for what? Like, you grown. You check on me. You the man. You the protector, the provider, the producer. Check on me. But in real life, as we're getting older, they want to know, not just as we're getting, just period. They want to know that you give a fuck, that you are checking on them, that you miss talking to them, like that you are a thought in their head, and they are a thought in your head. Like, I want to know that they're thinking about me, right? So why wouldn't I, if I thought of them and I hadn't heard from them? Why wouldn't I text or call and just because I'm too cool? No, because I'm afraid that they may not respond or something. Like, so much trauma. It was at marriage. Like, I think somebody asked me in one of my earlier videos who hurt me. And I was like, I can't remember being hurt. It was at one fucking marriage. Still got trauma. That shit was 17 years ago, and I can still, not just the marriage, but before we even got married, which means we shouldn't have gotten married, right? But baby, still got trauma. He's the reason to this day I probably don't call guys, but I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do better. Mental note to self, note to E. Check on dudes. Check on them. Call them, text them. Let them know you care, right? And so what if they reject you? Like, you are just trying to live this life. I came back for this experience. Let me say that I'm not big on religion, but I am a spiritual person. So again, for any of you new ones that happen to be on this frequency, I don't get down with religion. I don't get down with politics. I keep that off of this channel. Love what you love, do what you do. But I do believe that I came back to this life for an experience, and I vow to live the shit out of it. I've said it in one of these videos this week that I don't think I've done this life justice, right? Like, I have a good life. I've made some great accomplishments. I'm comfortable. I'm safe by myself, but I will experience love. I am going to fall in love again. And I've manifested my man, and I believe it was the dude that I met and reached out to. Somebody's texting me. When I met him outside that restaurant, but I don't think he feels the same. Anyway, it's been about 20 something minutes. I try to keep these under 30 minutes just because I can just go on and on and on, and I don't want to make them boring. Again, my sister says my videos are boring. Fuck my sister. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share. And again, I'm gonna do 3 more next week, right? Right. Okay, until next time. Thanks for watching.